We're talking about, $1 million or more apartments and homes, rents that, are at least five figures, if not more than that. What does this market look like in New York? Because we heard so much about how it got hit during COVID and everybody wanted to move out to the suburbs, but that really seems to be turning back around now.
Yeah, I mean, that was true during the pandemic. A lot of people left New York City to go to places that they felt safer. And now people have come back, and we have just closed the second quarter, and the average resale price was up 21%. So people are here and they're buying. And I think also the pandemic inspired sellers to be more reasonable. And so we kind of had a little bit of a price correction, which helped to keep our market fluid. But the other thing, Matt, you mentioned the eviction moratorium. Just wanted to pick up on that. Here in New York, it's extended until the end of August, which gives, tenants a little bit more breathing time. So I just wanted to say we do have a little bit more leeway there here in New York City.
Yeah, and hopefully that's enough, Bess. One thing we definitely saw were trends that were pandemic related, right around the world, but certainly across North America, a move to the suburbs, for instance, people buying bigger houses as they worked from home, moving out of the cores. Are you seeing a reversal of that? Is the shift back to a more kind of urban environment?
I don't think we're seeing a reversal of that, Amanda. We're seeing that people want to buy in the suburbs. We just saw, for example, in Palm Beach, for the first half of the year, we did double the business that we did in the first half of the year for 2020. People want to be in Palm Beach and they want to be in Connecticut and the Hamptons. The problem is that there's no supply. And prices have ticked up because the demand is so immense. And so that's why there's been a slowdown in certain parts of the country. But New York, it's still a buyer's market. And rates are still low. And now people are feeling a little bit safer because they're getting vaccinated. I think 60% of the country is now vaccinated. But we all have to do our part and get vaccinated. If you want to keep the economy open, we need to keep health and safety as, primary important.
Well, and a lot more than that, right, in New York are getting vaccinated. I know there's no inventory if you're looking in Greenwich, in Bronxville, in Summit. What about in Manhattan? I mean, what's the availability if I'm looking for, say, a Classic 6 in a pre-war building on the Upper West Side? Is there inventory out there?
Yeah, do you need an agent, Matt? Because I can set you up with someone who can find you that perfect apartment. But yes, we have, and Amanda, you too, we do have ample supply. I mean, it's still a buyer's market, according to the inventory. And you can negotiate. Sellers have gotten to be much more reasonable. And so, yes, there are tons of pre-wars, co-ops, downtown, whatever you want. I mean, the market is flush, and I think it's a great time, which is why people are taking advantage of that. We're seeing a lot of millennials buy, first-time home buyers, and so I would say it's an opportunity for people who are interested in investing in Manhattan and Brooklyn, if they're interested.
Only seconds here, Bess. Only a few seconds here, but are you at all worried about, we know lending rates are going to stay low for a long time. Are you at all worried about the types of loans that people are getting in over their heads, or does it all feel pretty stable to you?
I think it's pretty stable. We have, it's a different time than it was before the collapse. There are protections in place. And I think that, we are a co-op market in New York City, so that keeps us in a pretty safe place altogether. And I'm very cautiously optimistic. I think it bodes well for the future.